I'll just wait for it to do its thing. I say it every day, waiting for it to do its thing. All right. So there we go. It's done its thing now. Hello, I'm back. Welcome to Tuesday, the 1st of October. Yay! Oh my God, only 2 months to the end of the year. So it's so fast. All right. So this morning we had the Mercury Cazimi, which is Mercury exactly conjunct the Sun. So ideas will be flowing today, and then tomorrow we've got the new moon eclipse. Oh, actually, is it? No, it is early on Thursday morning. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Why does that not feel right? No, it's Thursday. Sorry, I'm questioning myself there. All right, so yes. So yeah, it's Tuesday. So this morning we had the Kazemi, and Thursday morning we have the eclipse. So good morning, Jackie. How are you? Good morning, Kathy. So, we're in this weird where, oh my God, we're so close to the end of this eclipse space. All right. And so if you sort of think about it, the moon, there's very, very little moon right now. So the new moon on Thursday is and the eclipse is when the sun eclipses, sorry, the moon completely eclipses the sun. All right, so there's no light. So we know that we don't do any rituals or manifesting. Good morning, Susan. How are you? Um, during eclipse season. So we're just in this contemplative mode right now. And with the South Node connection, so we've just had the Sun and Mercury conjunct the South Node. And with this lack of moon right now, and us being in this introspective space, so in the words I wrote, there is a tendency towards introspection right now. And there are things that are coming up that need to be addressed. So the things that we're sort of going to find are where can we release things so that our energy leaks are blocked. All right, so is it is it a matter of self-care? Is it a matter of releasing people? All right, because it's Libra. All right, so it's all about partnerships. We're trying to find balance from within. So if we've got someone that is just draining our energy, and it's just like every time I go near that person, I'm like, ugh. Or maybe, maybe it's your job, or maybe it's you're interacting with something, all right? And we need to find what that thing is that is zapping all of your energy. Now, it doesn't have to be an instant. I know what it is. We've got a couple of days where, this Libra is being ruled by Venus in Scorpio. All right. So Venus is doing that underworld transit, so there's no light in the moon. Venus is going deep. There's an eclipse with the South Node. So you know what? You may not even want to face people in these coming days. I know for myself, I was even talking to the lovely Karen at Metaphysical Launceston yesterday, and there's just this withdrawal of my energy. I'm like, obviously I'm here now, and this is my safe space. But as far as, doing the whole external advertisement and putting myself out there, I'm like, no, it is a quiet and soft place right now. It is, we are residing in our minds. We are doing things to look after ourselves, and like I said, release the things that are draining our energy. What does not serve you anymore? What does not bring you joy? All right, so now Mercury, just let me get my book. Mercury is conjunct Lilith. The Sun is also conjunct Lilith. So this is bringing up things that need to be expressed, these parts of ourselves that, Venus's transit might be poking, or opening doors that we have suppressed things for a long time. And there is a lot of, even though it is a quiet, dark space, start to feel that energy, there's a little bit of oh, if I could say savage, but I don't mean savage. I just mean raw, primal, feminine power. All right. So, you know, in these dark transits that we have, and obviously when I say dark, I just mean, you know, we're going into that space that, you know, below the surface. Okay. So I don't mean dark by bad juju or anything like that. I just mean, you know, it's time for us to open those doors that we keep shut. All right. So there's Mercury and Lilith. You know, the moon today, you know, it is squared to Jupiter at 2:30. So again, we don't want to be promising or going out or doing things that we don't want to do. Jupiter, you know, there's a square to Jupiter. So Moon in Virgo, very analytical, squaring that Jupiter in Gemini, both of those being ruled by Mercury, which is in Libra, conjunct the South Node. So all of these things are like, bring all your energy back, conserve your energy. All right, so there is an opposition to Neptune that could also be reducing your energy, but then there's a trine to Pluto later on in the day. Probably, I didn't actually write it, but it's going to be later on and go through the night. Good morning, Dominique, how are you? So, and then at 4 p.m., there's an inconjunct to Chiron. So, I mean, look, it's not a bad day. It's just a day where you're going to be quieter, introspective, you know, review your life circumstances, release those, start to get the awareness of what is it that I need to release. And then on Thursday at 4:47 a.m. So by the time we wake up on Thursday morning, the eclipse would have happened for us, obviously overseas. Good morning, Kathy. You know, so these things are just going to be, and it is in Libra, you know, so we are looking at the people around us. Good morning, Eden. How are you? And, you know, just doing that self-assessment. And you know what? You are the queen, ladies. You are the most important thing in your life. Whether you are a wife, mother, employee, fucking whatever you are, however many hats you are wearing, you are the most important thing. And you have to remember this with all of these things that are coming up for you. Like I said, even if it's your children, you know, you are leading by example. If it is your husband, you need to be the pillar of strength. I mean, look, I'm not trying to be old school traditional. I mean, everybody can be as progressive as they want, but we're still in a society that doesn't value, you know, the feminine as much as they do the masculine. Look, it's just how it is, my opinion. All right, so don't shoot the messenger. But you know, we still tend to run the household and all the rest of the things. And if you're not at your best, if you are out of balance because there are things that you're not dealing with, and you're like the weight is on your shoulders, you're not releasing stuff, then that's not good. That's no good for anyone. And you know, small children see these patterns. And these are the patterns that we're trying to release now because it's what we saw when we were children. So, yeah, awesome, awesome. Oh, so yeah, very, very full on time right now, but oh my God, eclipse season is almost over. So yeah, so let me draw a card and then I've got an exciting thing happening. All right, so because I'm not doing all of the social media hoo-ha, I just, you know, I know I'm on Facebook right now, fair call, but I'm just really resistant to all of the rest of the stuff. So I'm doing a competition. So if you would like to win a 1 hour reading with me, which is a value of $180, all for the month of October, if you refer a friend and they join, I see who referred them. And your name will go into a hat, and at the end of the month I'm going to draw a name and you will win a reading with me. So you know, I'm going to remind you daily. And I mean, look, I value all of you so much. And yeah, it's just a way of, you know, growing my group and also showing you how much I value you as my people. So I might do like, depending on how many entries I get, I might do second prize is a half-hour reading. So you know what, it will grow and change, but ultimately a 1 hour reading is the main prize. Yeah, so Let me draw the card for today. No, that's not it. This one. Oh my God, I've never seen this one before. When it's time to say goodbye. Oh my God, there we go. And what were we just talking about? That is just perfect. Look, it looks like Falcor from the Neverending Story and an axolotl. Oh my God. And do you know how much the Neverending Story was in my narrative last week? Seriously. You know what, Dommy? You already get an entry because you gave me 2 last week. So you will already get an entry into the new one. So, oh my God, that is just beautiful. When it's time to say goodbye. Let's have a look. This is card number 32. All right. Okay. All right. Completion, endings, death leading to new beginnings. That is so, oh my God, that is so South Node. When it's time to say goodbye. It's time to end one way of being and move on to a new chapter in your life. This can be accompanied by pain because you have to say goodbye to someone you love, someone who has meant something to you, someone important. You may not want to let go, but you must face the loss and the grief and bless what was once. Oh, sorry, bless what was. Other times it's necessary that you purposely put an end to something. Perhaps you need to walk away from an unhealthy relationship to be true to yourself, or maybe a connection has run its course and that is just how it is. Right now, you're meant to close the door on a part of your life so you can begin something new, something meaningful, and something designed for your beautiful self-expression, success, and happiness. You can be sure it's time for a different experience, more aligned, a more aligned, authentic way for you to be in the world. You have come so far. Be brave and bless all that comes before. Bless all that has become before now. Sorry, tongue twister. Who will you become? So much magic awaits. Oh, there we go. Look, everyone, spot on. That's exactly right. You know what, ladies? It is time for you to not only be brave, but to also, you know, like I said earlier, honor yourself. You do not need these drains in your life. And even if you have to incrementally, you know, another thing that I've found last week that there was a few times I touched on was honest conversation. All right. And this is a Lilith thing. All right. Honest conversation can be so difficult because you don't want to hurt other people's opinions. It's not the done thing, blah, 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 all the bullshit. You know, you can address things bit by bit, you know, brave step by brave step, you know, but ultimately your truth must be out in the world for people to know where you're coming from and why they are getting the energy from you that they are. If they don't know what they've done, then they're going to be like, oh, whatever, you know, but it's so important that you start to see what it is that is draining you so you can beautifully release that which does not serve you any longer. So, and again, you know, so many people with this spot on card and, you know, all right. So I'm around today, guys. So if, you know, like I said, competition time. If you refer someone, I will see who it is. You will go into the draw to win a 1-hour reading with me at the end of October. So hope you have a fabulous day and I will see you tomorrow. And yeah,